Hello, my darlings. Welcome back to Marion K Tarot. Um, you, I am here literally 12 hours before I have to leave for the Oracle's Rebellion, and I suddenly realised, oh my goodness, I need to do my video, for the week ahead. So this will be a reading for, wait to see. I'll just move my calendar. Can you see it? Okay, that's cool. So it'll be from the 27th of April until the 3rd of May. So much going on this weekend. Okay, so as you're watching this, Uranus will have went into Gemini. Okay, and who knows what sort of chaos will ensue for that. Um Push that out the road. Please do not panic about this because we had a preview of it the middle of last year, and yes, things are very chaotic right now, and it will be a different energy because at that point in time there was not the pile up of planets in Aries that we have right now, so it's going to have a different dynamic to it. I, I don't know. I defy anybody to predict it. There will be a greater kind of shake up of communication. Thank you to things that Gemini rules over. So it's communication. It's how we communicate, what we see, how we see it, the methods of delivery. These kind of things is going to be in the spotlight. Also, as well, it's going to be quite changeable. It's going to be quite quick. It's going to be quite impatient. Gemini is a very impatient energy, and so if you are a Gemini, or if you've got heavy Gemini placements, depending on where you are, if you know your chart, look up that house that Gemini rules over. See, the kind of implications for you personally. Um, and yeah, like the thing is, here's the thing, right? We cannot stop it, right? We can't lasso a planet and basically grind it to a halt. What will be. And I was actually talking to a taxi driver, right? He's like I like to think him as my personal chauffeur, right? Um and he's a Gemini, and we were talking about it, and he was like, Marion, what does this mean for me? And I was like, well, who knows? Because it could mean anything. It's it's necessary disruption. Okay, necessary disruption. Can't even talk. I have no words. Um, it'll be dynamic. Might even be fun. I mean, it's like, I don't know. I've never really met a Gemini that isn't a bit of an adrenaline junkie. So you could actually just love the chaos, and thrive in the chaos. Um, it's going to be difficult, right? There's no doubt about it. But at least we're not going to have that square between Pluto and Aquarius and Uranus and Taurus anymore. We're not going to have that. We've also got Venus moving in. I think it's tomorrow Venus moves in to Gemini, and it's a lovely energy. Venus and Gemini loves to chat. It's like, Venus and Gemini is like the kind of the cocky person, maybe at the bar or something. They'll be like, how you doing? And it's just fun, and it's frivolous, and it's, let's have a bit of kind of intellectual flirting going on. It's more what we say, as what we necessarily what we do. It's like, let's think about that kind of thing. So yeah, so that's what we've got going on. It's a bit crazy, but it's a bit mental, and we just need to thank the transit of Uranus and Taurus for everything that it has brought. Personal reflections would be, well, what is it I did? So I started my YouTube channel with Uranus and Taurus. Never thought I would do that. Ever. What else did I do? Created a Oracle card deck. Created a divination conference. Travelled as far as I've ever travelled before in my life. Went to different continents. My whole life turned upside down, but the result is here, right now, good or bad. Do you know what I mean? It's like I would not have recognised myself. Like if I had went back in time, okay, and I had met Marion of 2018 in 2019, right, I would not have for an instant have believed me if I had been describing what my life is like now compared to what it was. I would not have believed it for a second. Has it been hard? It's been bloody awful at times, but it's been painful, necessary growth. So I hope that helps you. Now, this week we have got the Star Child Tarot, and it is the Akashic version, and I was gifted this many years ago by my dear friend Liz, who is an incredibly talented tarot reader in her own right, and she is based in the east coast of the States. And we've talking about journeys. We've had a journey, me and Lizzie. She is one of my dearest friends, and yeah. So whenever I use a deck that Liz has gifted me, I always feel that connection between us. So this is what came out the jar this week. So let's see. So for the week commencing the 27th of April to the 3rd of May. Of course, we've got Beltane as well. Well, hey, who doesn't like Beltane? Right, what we got coming up? Oofed. Now, I'm just actually checking to see if these are mixed up, because they are mixed up, right? What a week we have got ahead of us, my loves. What a week indeed. We have got the Six of Swords. We have got the King of Swords. And we've got the Queen of Swords. Talk about airy. Oh my goodness. The card at the bottom of the deck we have got is the Seven of Wands. So at least we've got a bit of fire going on here. Now, your Seven of Wands, I really like the rendition of it on this card, because traditionally we see like something on top of the cliff, and for the perspective of looking up at it. But in this particular deck, you have got the person here. I think it's a lady. Looks like a lady. She's got pink hair. They've got pink hair, and then you've got like this tiger, and it's like they're looking down over the cliff. So it's sort of a like, but you coming ahead, right? Come on then, we've got it. And I feel like that's very much what it is. It's like the energy that we've got. It's a card of Leo with Seven of Wands. Okay, it's Mars and Leo. Right, so Mars is still in Aries, I believe. Yes, it is. And it's very much that energy whereby it's like, well, what do you do? You know, it's like, well, you've got these people coming towards you, you've got these challenges coming towards you, but you're going to stand your ground. You know what I mean? So see, this week it's like stand your ground. Defend your position. Defend what it is you believe in. Okay, it might be where it's time that things get shaken up, but it's okay. It's okay. Now, the cards properly, oh my goodness. It's not often you get a court card couple come out together. And I'm going to say it's kind of thrown me a wee bit. I'm not going to lie here, because The Queen of Swords, if you have been here for a while, you know is my favourite card in the deck. Okay. The King of Swords does not really come up that often. But for me, I mean, the King of Swords doesn't really come up that much. But what we're looking at here is we've got this Six of Swords, right? So it's like oops. So this is a card the Aquarius, as is the King of Swords. And the fact that this week Uranus, which is the modern day ruler of Aquarius, is moving signs into Gemini, and it's going to be totally different energy. It feels to me like here's this female walking away from the shit, the drama, the crap, everything that has been mentally going on in her head, and she's just like, you know what, nah, we're not doing that anymore. I'm off skis. I'm on my way. I'm going to whatever this new chapter is, whatever this new era is in my life. Because really, Uranus transits can be considered eras. Because, they're 7-8 years, right? And it's like you totally change as a person. So it's like, that's what she's like, right? She's just like, you know what? No, I'm gone. That's it. Me going. And then you've got the King and Queen of Wands, swords here, right? So you've got the Queen, and she is very much that. This is what it feels like to me. This is the story, right? It feels like to me as the story is here's this female in the Six of Swords, and she's just going forward. She's going to wherever she is, and she meets the Queen of Swords, and she's saying, right, Queen of Swords, I've had enough of this. I don't know exactly where I'm going, but I know that I need to go somewhere. And the Queen of Swords is a bit like, that's right, you do. Here's my Black Panther to tell you that. Aye, we're going to go somewhere. And I feel it's like the ideas in your head that you've tried to execute, and you're feeling like, I just can't do this anymore. I don't know why, but I can't do it. So the Queen of Swords is like, right, let's dig into this. Let's make sure we've got these really good ideas, these really good thoughts about the journey ahead. We don't need to know where we're going to exactly, but we just need to know that we're confident in taking the next few steps, right? And then the two of them go to the King of Swords. The King of Swords is sitting there in his like ice throne, right? Because it's like Aquarius, these are funny creatures. I love these, but these are funny wee creatures. So they're taking the Queen of Swords, and this female is taking their ideas that they've workshopped and whatever to the King of Swords and being like, right, have we got all of these intellectual steps correct? And the King of Swords isn't going to mess about. He's just going to say yes or no. Get back to the drawing board. Okay, so it's like, and maybe this week you will meet people like that, or you will be feeling like that yourself. There is no room for emotion this week, is what it feels like to me. We're in our head this week. We're very much looking at we're detaching, and we're looking at something in the cold light of day, and we're choosing to make sure that we know what we're about. Okay, so maybe if you are going to have a conversation with somebody, have a discussion with somebody, it's going to be like direct. It at times could come across as being a little bit pointed. It's not going to be frivolous. It's not going to be like, oh well, kind of beating round about the bush. It's going to be direct. It's going to be calculated, and it's going to be impactful. So that's the energy that I think taking into this week is going to happen with you, right? But it's certainly, moving away from something that no longer serves you, and it's just like, you know what, no. And that could be the chaos that Uranus brings, or the perceived chaos within you. You're feeling happy and you're feeling good about it. It's just that you need to just push your courage to get it done. Okay, my loves. So I'm sorry I don't have time for an oracle this week, but I hope that is all right for you. I will see you on the other side of the Oracle's Rebellion. Take care. For those of you who are seeing this and you have come, thank you so much for coming. Yeah, my loves, take care. Lots of love. Bye.